Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to this beautiful game of CEA Summer League Siege we have ahead of us. We have a quarterfinals game here on this lovely Thursday evening, 10 p.m. Off to a little bit of a late start. Grab your coffees. I'm joined here by Epic. I know we both have our caffeine ready to go because we have. It's going to be a brutal match ahead of us, if I'm going to be quite honest. There he is, slurping that
Yep.
coffee. I'm trying to
I
get
got a
you to talk so I
huge
can do
mug
the
right
same.
here.
Yes, sir.
This is probably the biggest mug of coffee I've ever made. I literally have the option to make it's like 8, 10, 12, no, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I
I know.
did the 12, and I was like, it's not gonna be enough. I
You know,
did I did 22 ounces of
see,
coffee.
I did the opposite. I usually have 12. I made 8, and I looked at it. I go, yeah, this is not gonna do it. But
Yeah, no, I didn't do way more.
we're gonna go ahead and try with it, anyways. So tonight, the two teams we have playing against each other, we have Wasted Potential on the home side and Colorado Buffaloes on the other side here. Wasted Potential weighing in at second seed, and Colorado Buffalo at seventh. But those numbers sound a little far apart. I don't think the game's going to be that far apart. Both of
No,
these
I don't think
teams have proven themselves to be quite the heavy hitters. We have three maps. We definitely have two maps. Most likely a third. We're going to be starting off with Villa, which is Colorado Buffalo's pick, going to Cafe from Wasted Potential, and the decider tonight is going to be Coastline.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'm more interested in Villa to start off with because I did happen to cast Colorado's game last week. That was against University of Georgia. And Colorado did a really good job at playing against Georgia's constant droning. And then when Georgia was on defense, they were able to breach Georgia's interesting and pretty cool defenses that they had at the end. So I think it's going to be pretty cool to see Colorado play Villa first. If they can get that map win, I'm pretty confident that they will hold their own in the second map. But again, Wasted Potential being second seed, that could mean something, but again, like you said, those numbers aren't that they're far apart, but the game might not be. So I'm just interested to see how Villa goes, and then Cafe, and then I think third map Coast is actually just super fun because that's just attacker sided map. So that's just going to be really interesting to see how both teams go from what anyone would say to our defender sided maps to the attacker sided map.
Yeah, it's kind of the progression through the maps we're going to be going through tonight is kind of interesting. Starting on Villa, which tends to be a very strat heavy map. You have to get the checklist done, go through the list. Take bedroom, push across towards aviator, whatever you want to do. Cafe kind of is in the middle of strat heavy and frag heavy. There's some strats, but there's also fragging. It's half and half, and then coastline almost solely revolving around those frags. So map one could, maybe Colorado Buffalo takes it a Queen 7-0 sweep, but that doesn't mean anything going into the second maps. These maps play almost completely differently, and it's just going to be down to those teams whether they can keep the steam going for potentially 3 hours here across three different maps. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I don't really want to blabber on too much longer. I want to get into this game. There are three maps, so whoever comes out with this first round here, they're really going to be setting the tone for the rest of the three maps potentially.
Imagine like we do go to three maps, but we somehow go under 2 hours because every map is a 7-0 on one side. So it's like we went through all three maps. It's such a long cast. No, actually, it's like only an hour and a half. Huh? Oh yeah, 7-0-0-7-7-0.
You're putting all this hope into me, Isaac.
Get your coffee,
I
people.
don't. I'm drinking. Don't worry. But coffee, popcorn, whatever you need, we're gonna be getting right into it. Is Wasted Potential starts off the ban with Thatcher, taking Thatcher off the board. He's, I believe, the most banned attacker. I don't know if any of you guys saw, but Ubisoft did just release their charts of all the operators through this season, and Thatcher was number one banned on attack, Mira number one on defense, so wouldn't be surprised if her ban came up from CU or Wasted Potential. But Colorado Buffaloes, in response, is going to be taking that Monty off the board. It's kind of the operator that he doesn't do a whole lot other than just stand there menacingly, but it's also a whole lot at the same time.
Yeah, I think it was the same band that Colorado did the last time, unless that was UGA that banned it. But I know there was a multi ban in the same game, so they just probably don't ever want to have to even consider it. I mean, I don't know how other teams deal with the Monty. I know sometimes when a Monty's brought out, a team can just crumble. And I'm not gonna say Colorado will crumble under a Monty, but again, obviously they banned it for a reason, so maybe they just don't want to deal with it. And we're gonna see Colorado. They are gonna ban the Mira, and we're gonna go ahead and see. I mean, Mira is just super powerful on Aviator game site. You could be able to watch the entirety of study, and you could probably do some cheeky stuff with Vault. And then I think maybe on Kitchen, there's also some types of strats you can do there. Library, living room. I don't know if they're ever gonna go to that site, but there are probably some other strats you could do there.
I'm thinking through all the sites, and I don't think there's a single site where there wouldn't be at least one spot for a black mirror to be useful. Like watching into laundry, even if you don't have a softball next to it, just getting that intel, it's it's just why Mirror is such a strong operator and why she's banned most of the time is because she's really good pretty much everywhere. And of course, rounding out the bans from Wasted Potential, getting rid of that pulse, which honestly isn't an operator you see banned all too often. But with Villa, you kind of understand it because a lot of teams will run Pulse, run three Nitros on top of the Nitro Pulse has, and just C4 the attackers as they try to push in above them. And there's not really much you can do. Yeah, an IQ can see them, but she can't really do much when the Nitro lands at her feet. She can try to shoot it, but odds are she's getting blown up.
There's a good chance that IQ is gonna use a scanner. Excuse me, and be like, I don't know what that is underneath me, and then all of a sudden you just see like double kill on the kill feed, and like, oh, okay, that was a C4. Because I think that's happened before. Maybe I'm speaking from experience. Maybe I'm not. Why is there so much? Everyone.
Attackers need to locate.
There's some simping in the chat going on right now. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you were
This is the
cast,
second
and
game in a row.
you didn't expect there to be some simping. Come on. Plus, literally,
I
Wasted
took a
Potential, every
screenshot.
single player on the team has simp in the name.
I took a screenshot of the lobby with all their names, and I said, I can't believe I have to cast this. And within like 30 seconds, like half the team's just like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, you're in lobby, like you're in the game.
They're hyped up for it. You're like,
the hype is good. If they're excited for this game, then again, this should be a really good game, and it could go to a map 3 or not. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and see Wasted Potential take their defense upstairs. In the game's an Aviator, we see a shield by the smoke on the top of main stairs. That's pretty standard at this point. I feel like I even see the wall not reinforced by the bar, so you're probably gonna have smoke be able to crawl in and out of it to allow for a faster rotation instead of having to go through the door. And we're just gonna see, I guess, a pretty standard Maestro cam on 90 and 1 in study as well. So we're gonna go ahead and see how Colorado, with their lineup, decide to flush out the defenders and how they're gonna destroy all the utility on the side of Wasted Potential, as they're gonna go for a master closet push.
it's kind of interesting to see the shield on top main, and Wasted Potential only bringing the Jaeger in is kind of weird to see, considering Colorado Bffls here. They're bringing the Sophia, the Ash, and, the Nomad and I to drain or waste any utility, but I mean, Blonde doesn't need to use his utility. He just walks in and finds the head of Luna, previously droned out from his teammates. Beautiful drone work and push. Really quick frag coming out from the side of Colorado here.
Blonde was always the one to get droned in their last series, even on the second map they had against UGM. They did a wonderful job of droning in Blonde and allowing him to get all the kills he needed. So clearly they're going to be doing that again right now. And again, first pick on to Luna here. Minute 50 left on the clock for Colorado as we see the defense of Wasted Potential shift towards the main stairs to look down 90 Hall, as they know that's where the attack's coming from. Shield not at the best angle to allow Isla, I'm saying that right, please someone yell at me, to peek it. I mean, the slits in there are still going to be helpful, but he does have to watch down main stairs just in case the flank comes out as Taiga gets a headshot on the Olin. That's your therm down, so no heartbeat's going to happen, as Megumin also gets the headshot onto Arctic, so that's Nomad down. Hopefully all the air dots are placed, or at least a good amount of them, to deny any roam, as Alexis gets the headshot on I still don't know what to say, Isla. And we have a 3v3 right now, as Blonde and Alexis are hurt but not down yet. User on Heckle, and they still have 3 drones, so 4 drones, so there's still time to find the rest of the defenders.
Yeah, the attack is almost completely split up now here, though. We have one pushing from Map's door by the vault, one pushing from study door. I'm not quite sure what the third one is. I thought I saw him behind Heckle in towards 90. Yeah, pushing in from the back, probably just watching the flank. The diffuser getting picked up, but getting the person who picked it up gets dropped in the process as Taiga finds a nice coup swinging out from Vault, but Alexis K is not out of this yet as he finds the head of Megumin on the Cade in sight, and he's got 30 seconds left, and he's running away from the site right now. It's just going to go for quite a long flank here as he drops down below. He's instead going to push up red stairs, looks like, trying to get back to that diffuser. Alexis K with the G8 in their hands here. This is probably the weapon you'd want in a clutch situation like
15
this.
seconds remaining.
Endless bullets.
Attackers
The
recovered
diffuser
the
picked
bomb
up, but as
diffuser.
soon as he turns away from the angle at 90, Taiga finds another pick, 4K from Taiga that round. Beautiful opening show here from Taiga.
Isla? It's pronounced Isla?
We're just
All
going
right,
with
look,
that's
I'm just gonna.
I was just gonna say we could just say like L simp, S simp, like just like the first letter in simp, but then you'd be saying I simp, and I that would be clipped.
Isla, all right. Well, I know it's Isla. I was gonna say though. Anyway, it's a really good play from Tiger over there to use the breached wall in the vault to go for rotate and get the triple kill, and end up getting the 4K there. I was gonna say G8 versus Alda, which LMG wins ACOG versus the Maestro LMG, and
So
clearly
the Alda, it's
the
always
Alda
the
wins there.
It's just a
We're gonna
it's just a
see.
ripping machine.
Oh yeah, it's just absolute rip and tear. But we're gonna see waste potential go trophy statue now, as we're gonna see a Goyo this time instead of the Maestro, unless it's gonna be a 6-pick by second, and there is not gonna be. So the 2 shields coming out from the Goyo. Hopefully Colorado can get rid of those shields early on so that they don't have to rush through the fire and the
Attackers
flames.
need to
Go ahead and
locate
get
and
plant
defuse
down
as
a
many
couple last
bombs as
seconds
they
of the
can.
round. Basically the same lineup, except they're going to trade the Ash out for a Jackal. So it seems they're going to try and roam clear, but I don't think there was any roam on the side of waste potential besides Luna roaming trophies. Got, again, taken out really early by Blonde, so I guess they just want to go for the smokes. And considering there's no Maestro, it's a good play. Unless the bulletproof cam of Isla does rather unfortunate for them.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if they read into the fact that wasted
seconds
potential would be going into. Oh no, they won Aviator.
5
Yeah,
seconds
I'm
remaining.
a little bit slow here. Coffee isn't kicking in. But yes, now they have to go. They're most likely going
Attackers
statue
are moving
trophy,
out to locate a bomb
statuary
and defuse
trophy.
it.
It's the standard second site here, so probably just taking those smokes like you said. But still, no Wamai coming out from his potential. He's not a crazy operator to see on Villa, just considering it plays into a lot of that 20-second meta and just having to drain through everything. And this potential not necessarily bring the Wamai, but they have the Goyo on deck, and that with the smoke, that's loads of potential time that can be wasted. Now it just comes down to Colorado Boulders here to try to take some sort of map presence, try to take it quickly, which again probably leads into why they took that Jackal. But Jackal doesn't even want to push from below. He's got his great assault rifle in his hands. He's probably just going to try to entry here. He's getting droned in from Ulven on the Thermite, just getting some sort of base intel out. We got a 4-man on site or very close to it, and of course Luna is on the other side upstairs, just trying to roam, but it doesn't look like he's going to be seeing much action this round, from that side of the map at least.
Could be potentially pretty dangerous if they leave Luna alone. If you're going to go for a statue push and you don't cover the door, by bench, Luna comes in, swings by, and just pops 2 heads or 1, gets the diffuser down in the last couple seconds. I hope Colorado did at least drone out that side of the map or leave a flank drone top red so that if they're going to go for the plant, they can find Luna. As Megaman gets a headshot on the Arctic there. So again, that's the Nomad down. That was pretty fast, I think. And judging from the position of Arctic, I don't know if he got any air jabs down at all.
I think he was just leaning into the shield, like in between the bomb chassis there, and found the shot over the, I believe that's a Vulcan there in the doorway. Beautiful shot from Megumin, really kind of setting the pace for this round. Colorado being so spread out, losing someone that early on really alleviates a lot of that sort of site pressure that Wasted Potential was feeling, because they have attackers pushing up Astro, attackers pushing from that skull window and from bedroom, so getting that 1 pick early is huge for them. But I think that's the Doc sitting on those boxes there, being shot through the floor, not being hit, but being shot at. He's gonna have to move, and unfortunately the cover from Bffls just wasn't quite there at the right time, but it doesn't matter. Blonde's gonna find a pick onto Megaman, peeking over that shield, probably finding him on that same pixel angle. He finds another onto Taiga, all the way who's back in trophy. Now a 4v, 30 seconds left on the clock. Some of the canisters going out, and Alexis is gonna go down from the flank from Luna, but Blonde is there to cover it with a 3-piece. Blonde has only 2 more defenders to go through. He has 2 teammates to back him up. As Heckle finds the headshot onto Isla. It's not on just a Shinoa here. Smoke with the shotgun SMG is not the best retake operator. His pick really suited to up-close battles, but Ulvin's going to give him battles. He reaches the Vulcan shield. He faces that SMG-11 at point-blank range is not a good battle. But Shinoa still has to go through 2 attackers here as he tries to retake onto his own site. Probably sees the diffuser there. He also sees Heckle's head as he takes that off. Now he just has to go through Blonde, a 1v1. He's so close, but he's got to get to defusing. Blonde isn't going to give him that. He's just going to back off. He's going to pre-fire, and he's going to go into Skull. Shinoa isn't going to quite find it. He's going to have to try to go with the defuse here, but of course, Blonde isn't going to let him. Beautifully played from both sides there, but Blonde just playing that retreat game. He knows he's got diffuser down. He can back off, hold these long angles like this. And well, Shinoa kind of doesn't stand a chance with Smoke's kit.
I think that was another 4K this time on the side of Colorado as Blonde gets that there. So we're trading 4Ks for 4Ks. Almost a clutch from Shinoa. That was really close. I wasn't sure if the ping coming out on the Blonde was going to give Shinoa the idea that Blonde was on the other side of the wall because he peeked the hole but didn't go for the bullet pen kill. Regardless, so that was a really close retake, but we see Colorado taking the round there now going even. We're going to see Wasted Potential go back trophy statue. They're going to run it back, same exact lineup, except this time we're going to see Arctic on Colorado bring a Nomad. I'm sorry, a Gridlock instead of the Nomad. And as I say that, we're going to see Taiga tease the 6 pick. Not sure if he's going to go for it. And he's going to go for it. We're going to see a Maestro, and Arctic's going to do the same, but maybe not enough time to pick an op or just decided against it. So Maestro this time probably to counteract the smokes of the Jackal, but now they also have the smokes of Gridlock, so there's going to be a lot of smokes coming out. I mean, I don't think we saw Heckle using the smokes, did we?
I don't think so. I may have heard one drop, but it wasn't super pertinent to the round or the site take that last round.
And I guess they decided to switch out the Goyo because the Volcans decided or played the Volcans from Goyo did not help Shinoa with retaining Saya, as you saw when he killed the Thermite holding up the shield. It did get popped from Blonde, taking a couple more seconds away from the retake. So I guess they decided to just get rid of it entirely. Because again, it goes both ways. You burn yourself in the shield. So Taiga putting down the Maestro cams. I wonder where the cams went, to be honest. I imagine one in Astro and maybe one Master, but it all depends. You could put one, maybe red or somewhere in.
You may not even bothered one Master.
I don't think so, no.
It's going to be a surprise.
Oh, there he is. It's under the window right there. The right window by the wall. So it's going to be placed there so that if Colorado doesn't notice it and they go for a therm on the wall, it's possible that the Maestro can happen.
Yeah, but IQ below is going to be spotting that out right away. She sees it's there. She can't do anything about it, but yeah, she pings it. She's calling out that there's an evil eye right on the ping. Now the rest of the attackers know it's there. And, well, it just comes down to Zofia, really pretty much just Zofia at this point to take care of it. I'm sure IQ could use her breaching charges next to it, but she is the floor below, and you can't breach charge the surface above you.
Imagine.
If only. Next up.
We're going to see Luna do the exact same roam. It did get a pick. I believe that was onto Alexis, but Blonde did get the refrag almost instantly. We're also going to see Isla there as well. So Luna now has support. As we're going to see Heckle getting down from the hole made by Heckle. So an unfortunate angle made there by Heckle that didn't work in favor. As we're going to see Jackal go down, and that's 2 smokes off the board and your roam off. Toss a C4 into the hole. I can't tell if it blew up or not. I did not hear the sound, unfortunately. I imagine it did, as Blonde took a little bit of damage. So no kill there, but a little bit of damage to Blonde. Yeah. You see concussion grenades go out to try and get the Kaed off of the corner. Not sure if the shield is broken over there, as very close headshot onto Luna by Blonde. It's going to continue to peek over the bench, put some shots down there, trying to find any of the defenders from Wasted Potential peeking out to get a potential pick. Because that's all they need right now. They're down 1 man, and they have 55 seconds left. Getting a pick would help them a lot in this fight, as we're going to see bathroom wall get breached as well to allow for a longer angle on Astro. 47 seconds left. We see Luna, bottom red, is going to get the pick onto the IQ, and he does, getting a headshot onto Alexis. 41 seconds left. 3v5 all for Colorado. And it's not looking good, as all you have is Grid, Therm, and Sophia with no utility. And as I say that, the Zof gets taken down with a headshot by Kaed. 28 seconds. Now smoke's coming out, and you still have probably one more smoke, so it's not gonna look too good. Even if they get a pick on the Kayed, it's not looking like a plan unless Ulven and Arctic go crazy here.
Yeah, they
15
really
seconds
needed
to
that
go.
pick onto that K. They're doing a little bit of damage, not quite downing him. He's hunkered in that corner
10
there with a
seconds to
shield.
go.
And Shinoa here on the smoke, setting up a nice crossfire, not only with him, but the air behind him in the
5
bathroom.
seconds to go.
And the attackers literally cannot get in sight as
Has been
Megumin
dropped.
finds yet another, but he will go down, not completing his 4K, but Shinoa's got his back before he dies, leading to a flawless round for wasted potential.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get another 4K? Like, what is going on? I mean, it's 4K every single round. I'd freak. We're not getting one this time.
It's close. It was very
yeah,
close.
it's really close. So we saw Megumin get a 3K. So still, I mean, majority of the kills on the round, as we see Taiga and Megumin leading in kills. Isla and Arctic not getting a single kill for their team, but it's early in the game, only 3 rounds in. They still got, excuse me, at the very least, what
4.
rounds we have? 5 more rounds.
It's first to
Yeah, to
7,
go.
yeah?
Yeah.
4 more
We got
rounds?
5 more rounds to go. There's
4 more? Because we're at 3,
4?
so 4 more would be 7, yeah?
Well, there's 2 on. So they gotta get 5
So we're
more on this
3 rounds in.
Am I doing this wrong?
We got 3 rounds under the belt. It's first to 7, so we have 4 more rounds.
Oh
Yeah, we swapped 6, but it's still first to 7, so 4 rounds. 3 defending rounds, 1 more attacking round.
Yeah, so they got a couple more rounds to get some kills for themselves, as we're going to see Wasted Potential go back games, and Aviator not going to go to the bottom 4 sites because, well, one of the best sites in the game is open, so they're going to take it. And again, I think this is the exact same lineup they had when they first defended it. And we're going to see Colorado go for a Cali, which is pretty interesting. I think Cali, as I mentioned before on the last time Colorado played Villa,
10 seconds left.
Cali is probably the best on this site only because it's a pretty clean and easy time to use your, I don't know, what is the gadget called, the lance or something, onto
Yeah.
the 2 walls in into study. Yeah, you can use it on the wall into master, but you still have potential for C4 below, and I know there's potential C4 below in study as well, but study is much easier to clear out, I'd say. Underneath study is much easier to clear out than the area underneath in kitchen. And there is the potential for an impact trick, but depending on how you place your thermite charge, maybe you could get around it, you know, by breaching the soft wall, planting in the reinforced wall. As we see, I was gonna say, I don't see any impact trick coming out, but we do see Kayed and Maestro work together towards breaking that top part of the wall. So there's going to be an impact check, or maybe a C4 as well, because that's also a possibility.
Going to be a little bit tougher to do with that pulse off the board, but of course there are other ways to get intel. As Alexis gets downed right away. Yeah, that was a C4 from below. Unfortunately, I believe that's got to be a pre-place because there's no one below there. Almost finds Alexis, downs him, so only going to be 20 HP on the revive. But still, that's massive so early on, and it's the IQ, of course, the one that would be able to pick that if she got on her gadget. But regardless, taking a study push here, Colorado Bffls is looking pretty stacked on this study side, and really, I think their attacks excel more when they spread out and push from different angles. That's why they won the second round so strongly. But they're feeling just a study take this time as Blonde finds the opening pick onto Megumin. Megumin finding the first 2 opening picks these last 2 rounds. So Blonde shutting him down as Ulven finds yet another on the Taiga here. And Colorado here is already looking like they almost have full control on the site as Smoke swings back in. Blonde almost finds his head. Isn't quite going to. Shinoa peeks up, tries to do some damage, but it's impact, double concussed, and finally put down by Ulven, who is still covering from far out here. And Colorado's looking like they're about to make their move in. They do as Ulven makes a break for Bar. Heckle finding Luna, and it's not on just Isla, who's not even on site anymore. Up on top of red stairs. He needs to try to start pushing now. But Cali from 90, one shot, downs him, tries to heal up. And yeah, Arctic's gonna push him off. What's oh, that round from Colorado just left me just speechless. That was such a beautiful take. It was so clean, it was so quick, and it was flawless. Didn't make a single mistake. Beautiful take there. That's textbook.
Yeah, they shook off that early C4 down on the IQ. I was gonna say, I don't know how IQ got down by the C4 because early in the round I saw Heckle and the Jackal break into the doorway of the area underneath, and I could have sworn Heckle walked in and has to have heard the C4.
Could have been
Um,
over the wall
I
too.
think it was over the
That
wall,
probably
yeah.
would have made more sense.
Because again, the Kayed and the Maestro were like pinging the top of the wall, so that was a really good C4 from the Kayed there to seed over the wall and get the down. For I don't know how far it was to not get the kill. I think IQ was just barely in the study doorway. If that was a kill, that could have gone totally different for them. But Colorado fragging out and getting a flawless round to get the 2-2 now. So we're going to see Wasted Potential go back on the Aviator games. And now we're going to see the Wamai being brought out. So that allows Shinoa to be much safer on the top of main stairs with the shield there. So I'm not entirely sure how Shinoa died. I know the Therm got the headshot, but we're not sure if that was from a peek of Shinoa or if that was the Therm just straight running in. But I don't think it was Olin running in either because we did see him get the pick onto I'm sorry, no, the Shinoa did swing back into games actually later into the round. But still, regardless, the Wamai is going to help Shinoa out a lot, and those proximity alarms could help with anyone pushing into, I don't know, 94 door into Aviator.
Ooh, prox alarms. I don't think I've casted a game with prox alarms yet. It's always, I don't know. It's cool being a first.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know what I'm saying. Prox alarms. I think they're a useful addition. I was kind of skeptical about them at first because they're just barbed wire, except they don't slow the attackers down.
Objective is to locate a bomb and
But
defuse
they're
it.
just so much more discreet. It's a much more loud, audible. You know, hey, there's someone literally right here because the range is pretty small. So I've gotten a few kills off of those just because I don't have to worry about that angle. If I place a prox alarm down, I don't have to worry about it anymore. You can put all your focus on a different angle, and then if you hear the prox alarm goes off, you know someone's coming. That's basically a free kill right there. So Taiga just has to put them to good use to get a few picks off of them. But Colorado, after taking this site so aggressively last time, looks like wasted potential here. It's gonna opt to 6 off the Maestro onto the Wamai. I know we're already like a minute into the round, but I'm catching up here. I don't know how that's gonna change him. Oh, Doc on his phone is gonna get him first. Eagle 4 by IQ. He's gonna do a little bit damage onto his hand, but unfortunately isn't gonna do enough damage. Really not much. His dog just kills it right back up.
Attackers
I
are
could have been a
located
really
a
good
bomb.
pick. I don't know how anyone else does it, but whenever I'm playing Evola as a Maestro and I have my I'm on cams and I hear there's an IQ, I just instantly get off. I don't even want to deal with it. Shinoa gets a headshot on the Blonde. That's Colorado's big fragger there, and a nice shot coming out from Blonde too. So very, very surprised about getting killed there. So that's going to hurt Colorado pretty early on, as you're not going to be able to get rid of shield. Well, actually, no, they did get rid of the shield top main. I see the debris there. You're not going to be able to concuss over the wall to stop any bandit tricks, as we see Megaman go for a battery charge, but it doesn't matter, as Alvin placed it on the other panel. So that is games open. We still have Isla, holding down 90 by the desk there, as Taiga does get down by the Kali, and this Arctic's going to finish Taiga off. No way you can escape that 12 times there.
Peek the Cali. That's a siege sin right there.
Kali. As Doc peeks down 90 long and does get headshot by Alexis. Smoke canister goes out to stop any further aggression. 3v5 right now, as you see Luna underneath. It might come up red stairs, and there is no denial, roam denial from the side of Colorado, but it doesn't matter. Heckle and Archer are just going to run in the site and get some frags, as Luna can't even finish going up the main stairs. Alexis gets another kill and another headshot, as we're going to see Colorado go up 3-2 now.
It's kind of like Colorado Buffalo here. These past 2 rounds now have been almost completely obliterated in the first, opening conflict. IQ being down by the Nitro last round, and then this round, Blonde being completely taken off the board very early on, before even a minute had passed. Yet they still just say, okay, we're just gonna frag, right? We got shooters on our team, we got gunners. Cali, they're gonna peek the Cali. Everyone wants to, and it's amazing how Colorado Buffaloes has turned their deficit down twice in a row now. I mean, props to them. Their attack really pulling it together towards the back half here. But wasted potential after losing trophy twice, or sorry, not trophy, Aviator twice, are going to be going back to trophy statue. They lost trophy statue the first time they went there. They did win it the second time around, so you might say they learned their lesson. But now it's just time to see whether or not Colorado can learn their lesson and are going to it's the whole meta thing from Siege.
Yeah, it was just the Kayed in the corner, the south corner of statue that did give him a hard time. As Heckle, again, tried to make an angle underneath, but did get peeked while trying to peek back up. If they can get that Kayed off there, assuming Megumin's gonna play there again, which I don't know if Megumin's going to, because they might expect it this time, might switch up the position. But if they do get rid of the Kayed there, they're gonna have a much easier
10
time
seconds to
getting
insertion.
into statue. As we are going to see the Calibrant again, there's a lot of
5
breach
seconds to
charges
go.
on the side of Colorado. I'm not really sure why, because they're not playing vertically here.
Attackers must
I
locate
mean,
and
I guess
defuse
one
the
set of
bomb.
breach charges is okay, but 2 is a lot, and you're not having a Claymore from, at least Zoph, I imagine Q still has a Claymore, to stop any sort of roam coming out from Luna and Isla again. They're going to be doing the same exact roam, same exact setup here, except for the Goyo, because the last time we did see the Maestro. Sweet Heckle coming up pantry stairs to try and clear out the bottom floor, as already one Goyo shield goes down, and that's the one on Master the Statue door. And I'm not 100% sure where the last one is, but I can imagine Colorado's going to try and find it to get rid of that utility.
I think they put it
bomb has
in
been
the
located.
bathroom in the aviator door last time. Might be wrong. No, it's not there. Well, I'm sure we'll see it. It could already be blown up as well, in which we.
Oh, yeah,
will
it's right
see
there. It's right
because
there in the
it is
doorway.
there. It's tucked in the bathroom a little
Yeah,
bit
it's
more.
pushed up into the doorway.
Yeah, just to give a little bit more cover when you swing. Alexis doing some pre-fires through the floor. Again, catching someone on their phone, but this time not doing any damage at all. Meanwhile, Megumin takes a little bit of damage, probably playing
Bomb
that
located
shield.
by attackers.
He might be aggressively peeking into Master, or he's being pushed below by Heckle there. Jackal does have that secondary Ida shotgun that he can open vertical holes with. Not great, but it works. And meanwhile, Ulvin is going to get this main Master into statuary wall open, I'm sure with the help of Arctic and those lances that Callie brings. And, well, Callie, she's got to be loving this right now, because she can pretty much be sitting all the way in Master and have sightlines all the way back through Trophy. And with her 12 times scope, she's going to be zooming all the way in. She's Cade top red, but she's going to be patient. You know, she's playing that sniper role right now. You got to be patient with it. She's just going to lay down on her bed and just wait for him to peek again, because now he's locked out of sight. The only way for him to get back in is to peek at Callie. And again, that's one of the Siege sins, is to peek at Callie.
I want Kaya to run it, just run straight into the corner, not have to worry about anything. Luna gonna ahead and melee a drone underneath red, gets droned out again more than likely. Decides not to shoot it. But we do see, I think it's IQ looking up and does not know that that the Jaeger was droned out. So that might have been a mission for Heckle. The Diffuser's going down right now, as Heckle gets down himself. Ulvin's got 2 seconds left to get the Diffuser down, and I don't think anyone on the side of Wasted Potential knows, and they don't. We do see Kaya swing into statue on the bomb chassis and get the kill on the Ulvin. 5v2 right now, it's all done to Blonde and Arctic. 4v2 is actually the kill on the Megumin. Blonde's kill on the Shinoa. Luna with a trade on the Blonde. 1v3 right now, all down to Arctic, and I don't even think Arctic's inside. No, sorry, he was, but does get killed by Isla with a headshot there. And you have 3 players with Wasted Potential on the bomb. Please build the C4. Do it, please. Come on, give us some content.
Bomb disabled by defenders.
Gonna blow it now.
Defenders
No,
win.
not even. Someone probably shot it. Yeah, what a beautiful retake from Wasted Potential there. Having their players split, they had Donk and Goyo pushing into statuary. While Luna on the Jaeger pushed up through bathroom to try to pinch the attack. Even though they backed off and were holding inside of Master, they still had multiple angles to worry about, because yeah, they opened up that triple wall from statue into Master, but now that's a point the defenders can push you through on this retake. So now you have to worry about bathroom door, any potential holes in between bathroom and Master closet, as well as that triple wall and the statue into Master door. It's a lot of angles, and again, Colorado Bffls really well coordinated on that retake, making sure no one was over pushing. They're all pushing together, squeezing the attackers out, and just popping their heads.
And all the confusion that was happening there, again, it was a good plant coming out from Colorado. It was just unfortunate that Luna, with the good timing downstairs to get rid of, I believe it was Heckle and Alexis on the Jekyll and IQ respectively. It was a missed drone there. I do think Heckle was droning outside
Attackers
of
need to locate
his
and
memorial or
defuse as many
gallery,
bombs as
and
they
just
can.
didn't see the Jaeger. I think he droned up red stairs and didn't peek onto the right. He probably didn't even hear the melee on the drone, so it's just unfortunate droning there. Just kind of ended the round, because if Heckle and Alexis were able to just run up Astra stairs to stop the one pushing from Astra, that would have gone totally different. But regardless, that is in the half now, as we're going to see Colorado defend games in Aviator.
You can start worrying about grenades now.
I was gonna say that was actually the second round.
10 seconds to
Alexis
go.
on the IQ was fragged at the bottom Astro stairs by the same exact
5 seconds
flank from
left.
Luna. You kind of would expect it at that point. I know
Attackers
there's
must
lots to worry
locate and
about. You're
defuse
trying
the
to
bomb.
push sight, but just a little drone just to watch the flank, it couldn't hurt. But you know, Siege is a little bit wacky. But again, like you said, we've switched sides now, completely different sides. And Arctic on the Mozzie kind of playing a weird spot. I don't ever go inside basement on Villa, only for T hunts. So I'm seeing him down here is kind of strange. He's gonna catch a drone using his pest down there to hide out his little hideout. It's working well for him. Is now Ash and Zofa probably just gonna blindly push kitchen area here.
I also see Heckle down there by the stairs over on Astro. Gonna go ahead and creep up Astro stairs now, as he can expect the attackers to already be clearing out Master if they're gonna go for that side, just based on timing.
No.
As Heckle did activate his ability and does get the kill onto Taiga. Can he go for the kill on Shinoa? But no, Shinoa with a 180 headshot onto Heckle shuts down the roam of the Vigil. But Arctic is still out there, and I don't know if Wasted Potential have any idea. I mean, there was a Mozzie pest down there that stopped one of the drones, but maybe that was just to support Heckle, but they can't really know if Arctic's also down there, which he is. He's in pantry, so Arctic could go for the same exact flank, but I think a Claymore was just placed by Luna on the... Yeah, there was a Claymore being placed, so we do need Arctic to shoot that out and give away his position to go ahead and be able to flank, as there's 3 right now in Trophy. And they're going ahead and push 90 right now. So they're going to go for an entirely north push. No one's on the east side at all. Sorry, the south side at all, as we do see the defense of Colorado. Just like Wasted Potential, position themselves accordingly for this and get ready for a, you know, top red and vault push.
Yeah, Arctic there, you can see his sort of silhouette underneath Astro. He's looking for it. He's not quite sure if he should push yet, but he's gonna have to start pushing soon as he shoots the drone bottom Astro stairs. So not only was there a Claymore there was a drone underneath it that Tega was probably sitting on and watching. Because in Siege, even though you're dead, you're not out of the game. You're just as important dead as you are alive, which is gonna waste a lot of time for Arctic. He's gonna go all the way down to basement, back off and try to rotate up red. And Luna is, of course, watching for him there, as they know he's on the flank. They know he has to be pushing up one set of stairs. And if he's trying to flank the attack, no, it's not Astro. It's not main. It's not at main. It's got to be red. Isla here pushing towards sight here. I believe that was down 90. Even inside of games, finds one. Open with a quick response to the SMG-11 in his pocket. Will find Luna and take her off the goal. He's not going to be fragging anymore. It's not out just to Megaman, Isla, and Shinoa, and you know, leave it to Megaman. Pushing in with that thermite will find one and sees the barrel of a gun, but shoots the person through the wall for that last pick. What a beautiful sort of attention to details there.
Yeah, really good awareness there from Megaman to get the headshot onto Blonde. I think that was a triple kill at least in the round for Megaman there, as Megaman is leading 8 kills now on the side of Wasted Potential. Assist Master calls Isla, as I think Isla celebrated getting their first kill 2 rounds ago. So now on the board, I think everyone's on the board now. Can we pop that?
She's got
yeah, everyone's on the
3
board.
assists though. 3 assists.
3 assists.
They're pulling their weight.
Everyone's pulling their weight here on Wasted Potential, as they're going to go up 1 round. On to round number 8, we're going to see Colorado go back to the same site. They're going to switch it up a little bit, but so they're just going to try and adapt off what they did. We're not going to see Arctic go onto the Mozzie. We're going to see Akaya this time to deny any walls. Probably going to deny the wall on the vault, as that did end the round basically. Heckle's going to 6-pick back onto the Vigil, so going to go for another roam. Again, got to switch it up this time. Unfortunately, couldn't go for a double. I mean, maybe you could argue after the first kill onto the Jackal to instantly run off, but it's pretty hard because you don't know if someone's right behind the Jackal, and it might have been better to go for the aggression. Hindsight's 2020, so hopefully Heckle can adapt this time and make a bit of a change up, as he's also going to reinforce at least 2 walls onto Master, and hopefully someone's going to get the 3rd, or maybe not.
I don't know. I'm not going to get the 3rd. There might... I don't really see the point of reinforcing. Yeah, you cough. Probably the best sightlines from that wall, but you can still open that wall up with almost
10 seconds
no
left.
sweat from the attacking side. As long as, well,
5
it's not
seconds
Thermite
left
pushing
before
that alone,
insertion.
and why would Thermite push that alone?
Yeah, no, there's a full 4 on the side.
Yeah, they all have soft besides Thermite, and even he could use his Exo on the reinforced wall, right? You really only need one to get a wall open. Yeah, you should probably keep another one just in case they're tricking, but hey, if you need it, it's there. But wasted potential is looking like they're not going to be doing a north to south push master into aviator this time. They're going to be trying for more of a study push here, as a lot of the attackers are repelled outside of study. Here Luna with a nasty upside down long angle, just watching that door, waiting for someone to peek it. And I think that's Heckle. That's not Heckle on the Vigils. He's way back. It's Mute there. He was tempting fate. He was doing a little jiggle, but not quite gonna peek it. He's gonna take some damage. Go get some of those heals from Doc. That's one stim down. That's the beauty of the Doctor. But only 3 men on site. Actually, no. Blonde came back. They don't have 2 people roaming this time. They're going to put 4 on site. And Heckle's even moved up towards top Astro, moving a little bit closer to site. Probably after the call went out that they're doing a study push. That way has a little bit more pressure. But Shinoa and Taiga actually are pushing from below up main stairs, which again comes kind of standard with a study push.
I think one of the walls in study is soft.
No. No,
unless they reinforce it from the other side. Maybe not because Luna's not going for it. No, that is a soft wall, right? Yeah.
Do they realize? They could just not know with the electricity.
There's no way they don't know.
No way.
I don't. And then also one of the walls in games is soft. The one on the west wall over there. Yeah, that's also soft. I think they're waiting to open it up before. I think they want to get control of downstairs before they open it up and take their time. It makes sense, you know, it's to be a little patient. But Luna's got to go for the wall. I'm pretty sure Luna still has at least one impact. It's a C4 from Olvin's being prepped to stop them from going for the wall. But what are you stopping? It's just a soft wall. Mega Man takes a lot of damage. I think that was from the MP5 of Alexis. Luna gets a headshot on the Arctic. That's your Kai had gone. C4 went out, I imagine, over onto Mega Man and gets the down, not the kill. Unfortunate because Mega Man is really hurt. Gonna go ahead and get revived. Both almost 20 HP on Taiga and Mega Man. Taiga a little lower than that. As we see Shinoa on the outline. I think it was flying all the way through actual wall getting open. I don't understand. Was that wall not soft? I'm really confused.
No, it had to be. They were shooting through it to cover it. Well, Thermite.
But they thermed anyway. I don't get it.
Why would you waste? Why would you put your Thermite at risk like that? Soft creature. You have Ash and Sophia. Alexis though going mad inside vault. Like we're going mad watching this. But Shinoa and Luma answering back as they each find a pick for themselves. It's not just Alvin who's also involved. No C4 in hand. It's going to do a quick peek, but SMG 11 in hand isn't the best weapon for this sort of fight. He was spraying and praying, but out of ammo. He's going to have to reload. He's got IQ and math. He has to attend to. He's going to push out. And Shinoa is going to sit down. I still cannot get over that wall was soft and they didn't Ash or Zoph it.
Yeah, I'm really confused. Before anyone in chat flames us, like, are you guys blind? Look, you guys in chat, in stream, have a very nice, crisp, clean view on this. How the way we are watching it may not be the crispiest. So there are at times where we can't fully see a wall. It's no hate to our production, no hate to our caster. It's just the issue of being online. So that was very confusing for the both of us. I'm pretty sure it was soft. Same with the wall in games because they did use 3 walls on the master side, which didn't do anything because Wasted Potential totally changed their push from last time. They didn't go there on the master at all.
Was it?
And with that, they were able to get the round there.
I hope it wasn't like someone forgot their setup and like accidentally put one on that games wall instead of on the study wall. Like
defenders protect
we're in quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. Like
I need it. I'm gonna count.
I hope that was a strat. I don't know how that worked, but I hope
no, that was all 10 walls. I'm pretty sure that was all 10 walls. So that was deliberate. That was on purpose. That was a choice someone made. Or maybe when Heckle was roaming, Heckle called for a reinforcement on Master Wall. Someone went for it and realized, wait, crap, guys, I don't have enough for the last wall in games. Does anyone have one? No.
10 seconds
what?
left.
What do you mean you don't have? I was told to put on the other side. Why?
5 seconds left.
Fortunately, it doesn't even matter in the end because they still breached the wall with a therm charge. Wasted Potential still got the round, so it didn't matter because that wall was never open. I don't know. I'm still just really confused on that.
I don't know how Colorado went to these so well-formed, well-packed attacks to defense where they're leaving study in the bar wall saw. Like, that's just one of the most basic reinforcements, but it worked out for him. I can't even be mad. They made it work.
Like no one breached it. No one even shot through it. I don't think
No.
anyone on either side shot through it.
I think there was no, because when Thermite placed his exo charge, they were shooting through the soft wall to cover him, so that he didn't get shot through the soft wall.
I don't know. We're gonna see Wasted Potential go for a 2-man push here on the side of Study. 3-man even with the drone there, so they're gonna clear out the side for Luna and Isla to go ahead and get some position on the top of red and by Skull over there to allow for any aggression coming out the side of Colorado to be thwarted. Blonde, however, is by Pantry. We do see Taiga and Shinawa droning in and walking in. Heckle's also by the bottom part of red, so we do see both teams
Attackers
utilizing the
located a
basement. I
bomb.
always joke and say that no one remembers the basement exists, as we do see Heckle get jackaled, and it doesn't matter, it's going to peek and get the kill on the Isla. So that's a 1-for-1 trade. That's not bad. Ash already down. We already see him take a lot of damage. Blonde gets a kill on the Shinawa, so that is your IQ down as well. The roam for Colorado is working out very well so far. Yes, we're going to have a minute 30 left, and I'm sure Taiga's figuring out, what do I do now? How am I going to get this Jackal? There should be footprints there. Sorry, not the Jackal. How do I get this Vigil? As the Jackal of Taiga is going to go ahead and get the scan on the Blonde, so Blonde has to figure out how to evade the roam clear on the side of Wasted Potential. But again, having a man advantage is going to make it really hard for Wasted Potential to clear the roam of Blonde.
Yeah, you have a minute left in the round. You're a man down, plus one of your attackers here, Luna, being very low, almost at 25 HP. What do you do? Do you dedicate all three of you to try to push out Blonde, try to take him out so you don't have to worry about it? Or do you just turn around and try to push Sight, knowing that he's behind you and he might come up and try to flank you at any moment? Because you can push Sight, make it an even 3v3, but there's always that thought of Blonde in the back of your head. What if he's coming up behind us? You know, you can make a huge play. I don't think Wasted Potential, they probably just made the call that they're just going to try to focus on Sight here, realizing that, yeah, Blonde is super far off, but they're going to have to deal with Arctic, with the Alda, 81 bullets, the monster itself, who is probably taking through a punch hole, and he's going to get absolutely flat by Taiga. Good shot from Taiga, realizing the punch hole there, but Ulvin and Alexis, quick in response, find 1-2, left just down to Luna, who quickly gets sat down by Ulvin once again.
I'm not sure how much time the decision by Wasted Potential to push the site took. There were still 5 drones on the side of the attackers. I think Therm had both in his pocket. It was totally possible for them to put down flank drones as fast as they could and decide to push for sight. I mean, you could have had also a Claymore on the side of Zoph and Therm to deny any entry or any flank from Blonde there. But again, you had a minute left. You had to make that decision really fast, so you can't really blame them. I don't know if Therm ended up using the drones at all, or they just decided to dry peek. But if you have 2 drones in your pocket with a minute left, you gotta try and drone the site. I mean, Ulvin was using the mute, so again, maybe they're mute jammers, but still, I mean, with the possible utility they had, I think they could have gone for a decent push. It's just also the punch hole from the Maestro did take Jackal's attention away and to get traded out. So round done and over. We're going to see Wasted Potential try Colorado go up one more round, and they're going to go down to Kitchen and Dining, I believe it is. We haven't seen this site at all yet. This is totally new, as we saw Wasted Potential go back and forth between the 2 second floor sites, and now we're going to see Colorado finally go downstairs. They're going to bring a castle onto this site, which would be interesting to see, if you ask me.
I meant to ask you earlier, do you think we're gonna see a tertiary site tonight? But I guess you could guess what the answer to that one is. Interesting prox alarm coming out from Arctic here, using his super shorty to open up the underside of the cabinet. And I'm assuming, yeah, he's trying to get it up on the underside there. Kind of interesting. But if the attackers push along that left wall, I don't think it'll go off. Prox alarm's range is very small, but I like that spot regardless. It's nifty. I'll probably end up using it because Laundry is quite the heavy traffic site for the attackers. But Wasted Potential here, looking to try to take this to match point at least. They're going to be pushing what's considered to be a tertiary site here. Heckle though, hitting the prone, probably putting some, I think, yeah, bullet holes in the bottom of the wall, just pulling out all the stops here. Yeah, making it nice and cheesy, but he's taking too long to set up. Taiga sees it and just sits him down beautiful headshots through the wall and great read from Tiger.
You saw the drone on the overlay go through on Meg. I mean, someone had to call that out. It's like, shoot through the wall right now, go, go, go. And yeah, the heckle just took way too long. C4 does down Tiger though, so potential trade if someone tries to just blast through the floor. We do see Luna try and go for a revive. Was a little weary at first to go for it. No follow up C4 though, so it's gonna put Sledge on 20 HP. So anytime Sledge wants to go for try to make a hole in the floor, Sledge has to be so careful not to get peeked by anyone. I mean, his own nade could kill him. He did take damage from the nade. He's down to 10 HP now, probably. That was so scary. Imagine getting killed by that. Oh my god.
Oh, he's trying for it. You could tell he was trying. He cooked that just a little bit longer,
bomb
just
has
to
been located.
raise the anxiety levels of everyone watching. He knows everyone's drinking coffee. They're already amped up. But bringing it really close, Taiga still playing that vertical game. He's playing a very dangerous game. He's already been down, so if he even gets tickled, he's out of the game. But Isla is going to take some bullets and actually go down in the process. The Dolphin gets dropped probably from vertical, but Blonde with a beautiful flank here gets out, not a single, not a double, but a triple on a Luna, Taiga, and Isla. And yeah, one was down, one was at 20, but still a beautiful flank nonetheless, as he pretty much has full control of up top again. Wasted Potential is now almost completely outside. Of course, Shinoa hops in just as I say that. And yeah, he has to get through Blonde, who is still holding in Bathroom here. He's going to be trying to lock this vertical play down.
You see the IQ being a little wary of the holes made by his teammates, just trying not to get peeked from there, as again, Blonde still in the master bathroom. Oh, but a good peek from Mega Man, knowing that Blonde must be somewhere still up here. As you still got, what, 2 people up. It's not a bad idea to continue to stay there and stop Wasted Potential from peeking in. 28 seconds left. You got the diffuser on Hibana, as they're probably just gonna have to just try push straight into China over here, as that's all they can do. But the castle barricade's gonna stop. I'm not sure if there's a mute jammer on that. We're gonna see Olden, but 2 Hibana charges on the wall and one.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, it's muted. I don't think you can go for it. Yep, 1 mute jammer is covering that entirety.
Oh my
So
god!
there's no way they can go for it. Arctic's gonna have to move outside of Memorial, move into Memorial. Shino just runs into it to try and get a fast breach, but it doesn't matter. Time runs out, and
You have run out of time.
crazy with the triple upstairs, absolutely shuts down Wasted Potential's chances for the round, as I think it's now tied up 5-5.
Yeah, that would do. Did IQ have breaches? IQ was bringing breaches, right? Maybe she used them all for the vertical play.
It's
But yeah, having to
possible-
rely on those Hibana pilots really ate those last few seconds down. The little bit of hope that Wasted Potential had just down the drain.
Yeah, and the mute jammer placed by Olvin to cover
That
both the
was
wall and the castle barricade.
beautiful.
That's killer, I imagine.
Just rubbing it in. You run down the
Yeah,
stairs, so quick, throw the Kairos down, but it's muted. Of course it is.
But we're gonna see Colorado go living room library
Of course they 6 off the smoke.
with the 6-pick on the
I was like, Capcan Clash, which one are they 6ing off? Right? No, they 6-pick onto the cap from smoke. Colorado Bffls looking like they're
Attackers
feeling
need
a
to locate
bit
and
confident
defuse bomb.
after that last round. Clash, very viable op in her current state. She's got that pocket F2 as her secondary, in air quotes, gun, as well as her shield, just to slow the attack down in general. And I think that's kind of a read on the Wasted Potential. Colorado is realizing that, hey, they're taking forever to push. They're doing it pretty well. They're clearing out sight, they're getting up top control, but they don't push until the last few seconds. So if we have a clash there, we can pretty much shut it down completely. The Cav for the roam game makes sense. The Capcan, I'm not
10
sold
seconds
on.
left before insertion.
It might be for the rush into sight that
5 seconds left.
that's kind of what happened last round. Wasted Potential had a rush in Memorial, so if they get any Capcan traps on the
Attackers are
surrounding
moving out to
rooms
locate a
or
bomb
into
and
the site
defuse it.
itself, any rush from Wasted Potential, any last second rush will just be absolutely destroyed. Also, there's 6 impact grenades. That's so many impacts. I think Arctic could have at least taken. I'm not sure if Capcan still has a C4. I don't know what Capcan's other gadget. But that many impact grenades, that's so many. What are you gonna do with those? Like, if you see a drone, there's fucking, excuse me, just toss one right at the drone there.
I said it before, I'm pretty sure all the walls on Villa you can impact trick, and I know that to be true for Aviator, Trophy, and Kitchen. Not 100% sure that you can impact trick on Reading. I wouldn't be surprised if you could. Villa, all the walls are super tall. Yeah, it looks like it is. There's soft walls above them. you can totally impact that, but none of them are open. It doesn't look like they have that set up. But I mean, with 6 impacts, you can just throw the impact up, throw your second one through the hole, and call it good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what Colorado want to do. We're going to see Wasted Potential not have any trouble really taking the top floor over, as we do see Taiga take a little bit of damage, back to 75 HP now. Gonna try and get an angle in the clash. Has to be careful because someone could pop from behind the clash and kill Taiga. Taiga, I think last round didn't have a good time with these angles onto the floor. Luna takes some shots, backs off real quick, as we see a rotate into bathroom there, or at least a line across for some angles. Might be a rotate, might be a vault. And we're just gonna see Wasted Potential try and find an opening here. I'm not sure if someone's continuing the drone piano side, Red Hall, to try and find any sort of flank onto the site there. But speaking of flanks, Heckle using the silent step, gonna try and creep onto the attackers. Hopefully there's flank drones and claymores, but Luna still has their claymore up, so I don't know if Heckle's gonna be able to. I don't know if Wasted Potential is going to be able to survive this flank, but it doesn't matter. Heckle's going to come back down to site because Heckle was getting tracked by the Jackal. Going to come back up Asher again. Chino taking a lot of damage. I think that's on red stairs. No, that was from the window in the bathroom. So Olven dealing a lot of damage to Chino there. Chino is going to go ahead and peek main lobby. 42 seconds left. Wasted Potential have to find some kind of opening. They did get a pick onto Alexis, but they're just not close enough or tight enough to try and find an opening. As I say that, Isla and Taiga and Shino all getting kills. Colorado falling to these ones. It's all down to them to get the plant or find Arctic. They're just probably going to rush in and flood into living room. We do see a cat contesting the door there, but it doesn't matter. We just see him run in Arctic getting a kill there. So that looked kind of scary for Wasted Potential at the end, but it didn't really matter as we just saw them win their ones, flood into site, and get the kill on the Arctic there.
As soon as you said it wasn't looking good, they said, yeah, you're right, let's change that. And just 1, 2, 3, bringing it to a 1v4?
Yeah, they said, you sure it's not looking good? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick 1v4
said
for
something, you know, we're going to step it up real quick.
They heard me.
Beautiful.
They're not having me.
From Wasted Potential. They gave these last 2 rounds to Colorado. Kind of gave them. Colorado, you know, was playing well, but that was a really good round coming out from Wasted Potential. Like, you know, just as good as Colorado's attacks, as how they were attacking at the end of the first half of the game. Just really well coordinated, you know, covering each other, pushing up, taking slow map control, watching their flanks. Just, you know, the checklist that comes with Villa. But then again, they won Kitchen, which is a tertiary site, air quotes. Well, it is. No air quotes, never mind. And then they went Living Reading, which was kind of bold of them. You can kind of tell they were getting a little overconfident with a Camp Cam and maybe the Cav a little bit too. That could be a counter. The Jackal, though, I really wish we got, like, we could hear comms, like, just for a round. We could just sit in on comms and just listen. But I see why we're not allowed to. It makes sense.
To go.
I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, Aviator Games was open, I'm pretty sure. I guess they decided against it because they just aren't having a good time on that side at all. So we're going to see Colorado have to play for OT here on Trophy Statue as, again, one more round. Match point for Wasted Potential for them to take the map. And again, I think was this their map? Can't quite remember. This was not their map. This was Colorado's map. So to take Colorado's map 7-5, it's going to put Colorado maybe in a corner. I'm not sure how well prepared they are for the next map cafe. But again, potentially one more round for Wasted Potential to take this, or we're going to see an OT, which is a best of 3.
My bet is going to OT because Colorado won Trophy in Kitchen first try. Their last go around. They lost Aviator twice in a row, and then of course Living Reading, but they won Trophy, they went Kitchen, they won it. So now the only side they can go is Aviator. She lost twice already. And yeah, Blonde already trying to set the pace here, finds one on the opening pick on a Shinoa, but Megumin's actually got his back there on the retreat, covering it in really nice refrag, really taking the sort of the venom out of that high impact frag that Blonde had, and just kind of turning it back to just being neutral. You know, it's all right, you're both down a player now, you both lost some utility. I would argue that losing IQ is worse than Vigil, just because she's had such an impact on taking this site, destroying just tons of gadgetry from below, but she's off the board now, so I'd say that's a worthwhile trade for Colorado.
Yeah, not bad as we do see Owen get a headshot onto Isla. That's your Ash off the board. I do believe the floor underneath Owen got broken there. I'm not quite sure if someone was underneath. As Heckle gets a headshot onto Taiga, it's not looking good for wasted potential. Last time I said that, they did get some frags, and as I say that, Luna gets kill on the Owen. Traded that out, so it's a 2v3 right now. 1 minute and 17 seconds left. It's totally possible. All you have is the Doc, Maestro, and Jaeger. Two 3 armors, so maybe not super easy. But if Luna can get back with Mega Man and use the concussive grenades to, get some entries, break the barb, it's possible. We just need to see Mega Man breach the wall. Gonna wait though, because I mean, if you breach the wall and no one's around to cover you, anyone could push you from bathroom, from statue, and even the wall itself. Luna covering the side onto bathroom. Mega Man's gonna breach the wall. Gotta watch out for Alexis though. For a peek as Alexis backs off just as Mega Man's gonna peek. Sees Luna in the bathroom too. They now know where each attacker is, so you can imagine all of the defender sides are going to be trained on the east side of the building. Luna back and forth, get some shots on a Heckle. 34 seconds left. They got to go ahead and find a pick, but Colorado's not going to give it to them. As we see Arctic on the heady, gets the headshot onto Luna. 1v3 for Mega Man and cannot find it as Colorado take the round, and we'll go into overtime here on Villa.
Yes, sir. We'd like to see it. But it's a best of 3. Oh boy, I'm gonna need to make some more coffee.
We're in for a long one here.
I'm excited for it because both of these teams are putting up some incredible rounds, just really clean, like textbook takes, and just some really nice clutches we've seen already. Right out the bat, the first 2 rounds had 4Ks in them. Unfortunately, we didn't keep up with that trend, but it's Siege. They came out with heaters from each side. So I mean, this match it started very heavy hitting, and it's going to stay that way. Going into overtime, wasted potential going to be on the attack here. And interestingly enough, both halves have gone 3-3. So it's not like one team's better attacking, one's better defending. It's pretty much right split down the middle here.
I have no idea how this is going to go. We're going to see wasted potential again. Attack first, and we're going to see Colorado go on to statue. I think this was their best site defending. It's totally understandable. I mean, they just won it. So, And just to note, Colorado got the opportunity to pick which side they wanted to start on for OT. So they picked defender side, which I guess makes sense considering you're ending the half on defender side. So you can roll into it as well. You don't have to switch back to attacker. You keep that mentality of going on the defensive side, and every site's open immediately afterwards. So I guess it helps the mentality. That's probably their thinking. And we're gonna go ahead and see wasted potential have to again take this site, and hopefully this time they can. Otherwise, they're gonna be down 1 round and have to go flawless on their defensive and then their next attack round.
This is wasted potential's 3rd time attacking this site. So 3rd time's the charm, maybe. Doesn't look likely as Ulvin finds the opening pick with a nitro, probably from master window, I'd assume. I don't see a body. Is that? Oh, yes, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
The Nomad. She's blending into the dirt there. That's the Nomad off the board, too. That's a huge operator to take right next to Thermite. Thermite might be a little bit more important just so they can't open up that master wall. Because if they can't open that wall, that's almost guaranteed round over for them. But with Nomad off the board, that's a lot of flank watch off, just completely off the table. They do have 2 claymores on wasted potential side that they can use, but they're a lot harder to get into a good position to place those down where they'll be useful. Whereas, the edge abs, you just toss them out and they're going to do their job. But so far, a beautiful opening from Colorado.
And with the Claymores, I don't think wasted potential's going to use them, but they weren't using them before. As trying to get a headshot onto Luna, I'm kind of confused how Luna didn't even get damage on the Heckle there. It looked like that crosshair was on point, but Heckle picks off Luna on Master Bout. That's already yourself down. You're not going to be able to get rid of the Maestro cams and any potential bulletproof cams coming out. Olin does get down, tries to creep in the Master.
In the Cali again.
So that was a pretty ill-advised play. You have a minute 22 left, but you do have a man up for Colorado, so the defense is definitely in the driver's seat here. It's all up to wasted potential to get a pick. Arctic on the heady behind the desk again. Maybe can get a headshot on an Isla there. And does have an angle onto the wall. So there's potential here for 2 pretty good headshot angles to come through. We see Isla gonna throw some flashbangs over the desk. Doesn't phase Arctic at all. 1 minute left. I'm not sure the drone count. The drone count's looking pretty good right now, actually, for wasted potential. Chino has 2, but I'm not gonna go ahead and use them as the entirety of the desk gets taken up. Arctic Jack gotta lean the other way. Doesn't matter though. As Isla gets the kill, and the Arctic Blonde gets 2 on a Chino, and Mega Man 1v3 as Blonde pushes further in, gets a triple kill for him, and that is the round for Colorado. One more, and they take their own map.
Yeah, again, Blonde with the flank, just beautifully, just knowing when to push that, knowing when the attackers aren't looking at you, being able to find that opening, you know, pushing in, getting that initial pick, but then being able to look and find another and yet a third, just really the bloodlust in his eyes, bringing Colorado to match point overtime. And this is Colorado's map, so you would kind of expect them to take it, but you know, it's not unheard of. The teams take each other's maps. But Colorado Buffaloes really showing that, hey, you know, we're fighting for this. Like, we're still in it. We got it. That was a beautiful attack there. A little messy towards the end, but it worked out. Or beautiful defense, rather. A little messy towards the end, but again, it worked out.
We saw Blonde absolutely going off with 15 kills and 2 assists, 9 deaths. The rest of his team's either got 7 or 8, and it's only 1 with 8. That's Heckle. So Blonde clearly got a team on his back right there. If Blonde gets picked off early on, by the side of the defense, it could be possible for Royce potentially to get around here, as they are also going to be defending Trophy Statue for their first defensive round. In the next round, should Wasted Potential win this one, Colorado has to go to a different site. We're going to see where they go. But again, it's all down to Wasted Potential to get this round. And if they don't, we're going to see Colorado again take their own map. We're going to see a Goyo come out here and a shield on the side of Shino. So 3 shields coming out. And there's also 2 C4s. So there's a lot of plant denial coming out on the side of Wasted Potential. We just need to see them stay alive, them being Kayed and Goyo, to be able to use the C4s and deny the plant on the side of Colorado.
Attackers are moving out.
It's kind of interesting to see Luna place 2 of the ADSs inside of Master Door behind the Vulcan. You're trying to deny the utility over that shield, but last round Blonde just quickly used an impact and got rid of that Vulcan right off the bat. Maybe throwing a sneaky ADS at like the foot of bed could catch an impact and, you know, waste some of that, just a little bit more of that utility. Basically throwing the Vulcan shield away, and yeah, boom, it's already gone, taking out the round. Luckily for them though, the ADSs will still stand. They'll still block some utility, or any utility that's thrown in the doorway. That's if Alexis doesn't get to him first from below, but they're above the unbreakable floor. Jeez, I'm having a little bit of a stroke.
I was gonna say, could the Goyo shield destroy the ADSs? But I guess not. Clearly right there is we are gonna see Alexis.
Close enough.
Yeah, they're close enough. But the one Electro Claw on the wall does get taken out. I'm not sure if Mega Man has another claw. I think I heard one just get thrown. You see him get electrified. No, that was onto the shield. Interesting, because it does get taken out by the Lance of Cali. The wall's gonna get breached, and since the shield's gone, that was the bane of Colorado's attack the last time. They couldn't get that shield off, and Heckle even tried to go to beneath and shock on the floor, but they got that pretty early on. So with Megami not being able to play in a hard angle there, having to play on the top of the bench there, this could be a lot better for Colorado. We see a drone go into the breach, gonna ping out the smoke playing into the Astro. If they get eyes on all the defenders here, I do see Colorado kind of flooding in and taking the side, as we see a lot of the defenses on the south side of the building. We see one on red stairs, one by 90, and the other one's all the way, Luna going down main stairs, it looks like now, might try and go for a flank. And Luna is going to go for a flank. Has to go pretty fast. With 1:10, it's going to make Colorado look for a push and secure the win on the map here.
Yeah, Colorado coming in quite aggressive, getting this wall open very early. There was only a couple defenders on site. They're kind of stalling out here. As I say that, though, Blonde finds a pick. No, that's the probably take site and try a plant off, but none of Island has anything to say about it. Is he finds the pick onto the Cali. That's the Cali gone. That's a lot more peak potential that Wasted can now use. Is Luna's still playing below? Probably going to be coming up behind Tackle here, but Taiga with a big T finds 1 and 2 on the Blonde and Alexis, leaving the advantage in favor of Wasted Potential, but in favor of Colorado, but turning it around. Luna and Isla with a pick on the Heckle and Olvin, flanking the flankers there, bringing this to a tied game now. The last round to fight for Villa What? I don't even know.
We're going all the way in regulation and in OT onto a round 15 here. And this is only the first map. We still got at least one more map to go on Cafe. And we saw both teams win their OT defensive side. So if we're going to go off of that, and it's looking like there's a good chance for Colorado to win this, as they are going to go dining room kitchen. And if you remember last time, Blonde got a triple kill flank on the bathroom to win this, as he is again leading with 16 kills. I think doubling at least. No, Heckle does have 9, so not doubling, but clearly going off for the team right now. So all I see for wasted potential is to just secure the flank and make sure no one gets a triple kill flank like Blonde did. Blonde's not playing a roaming. I'm going to be playing Valk, so no one that can hard roam. I'm talking Cav or Vigil here, because it was on the Vigil that Blonde got the triple kill. But again, if wasted potential can secure the flank and put pressure on the defenders underneath, using the holes from the Buck and the Zof, then I see them winning this round. But it all comes down to that, I think, because that was what caused them like the most trouble, I think.
More pro Proxelon spots with Arctic. There's one into China. I'm not sure he's going to put his other one back under that desk where he put it last time. But Blonde taking the Valkyrie. Did Blonde 6-pick the Valkyrie? He did, right?
Yeah.
So that's actually a direct read on Wasted Potential's loadout here. He noticed that, hey, they're not bringing an IQ anymore. They were bringing IQ earlier in the game. But they don't have an IQ now. So we don't have a pulse. Let's throw some Evil Eyes above sight. They're not going to know they're there. There's 2 Nitros on the board for Colorado. They're probably looking for some cheeky picks with the C4. And last time they went kitchen, they did down one of the attackers with a blind C4. Imagine what they're going to do when they have eyes above sight. But Blonde isn't going to be playing below. He's going to be playing all the way by study top main. And he's actually going to get droned out. He's going to have to try to move out of there before he gets pinched on. But no, he's going to try to get a pick before he backs off. So it looks like Wasted Potential is going to be going for a top down take. Looks like they're going to be pushing master side as they're stacking up there. And yeah, Alvin with a C4 taking takeout off the board right away. That was through the floor. Yeah, he pushed into master closet there. Just good night, completely taken off. And that's the Buck gone. That's the most soft breach. The operator that brings the most soft breach, rather. Taken off the board already. Just a minute into the round. It's not looking too good for Wasted Potential.
Yeah, super early pick just really hurts. And again, the Buck, that's the worst op. You don't want to lose Buck at all, but we're going to see Shinoa and Megaman work together to get that wall open, creating a long angle through the pantry window onto the B bomb site there. Not sure if they're going to get a pick from there, as the Doc is there. Doc is able to peek that pretty comfortably. Like we keep saying, it's a Cali, and it's a sin to pick a Cali, but I do think Alexis is going to do it regardless. Echo's still upstairs by Trophy. And again, with Blonde, I think roaming on the south side. It's going to be really hard for Wasted Potential to get a foothold above. I think Cali just hopped into the window, unless that was a vault onto the wall outside. Now, still outside, as Blonde gets a kill on the Isla. That's the Ash gone, minute 13 left. And you're down 2. And with Shinoa being at least 60 HP, it's not looking good for Wasted Potential here. I mean, they do have a lot of drones still up. They have a minute left to drone. I'm not sure if they have any idea of where they even want to push from. And even if they want to drone, you had Olvin with mute jammers on site, probably doing the same thing they did last time. Castle barricading the walls, denying any entry, as Heckle's going to try and take the stairs, gets hurt. Shinoa taking even more damage. I think Olvin ran out on the right side to deal damage to him.
He did.
Peek on the laundry. 40 seconds left. If you're Wasted Potential, you just try and frag out and push into sight. I don't know what they can do here.
You said it. They're just going to have to push as they're starting to stack up laundry here. Luna above, providing a little bit of cover. I'm thinking Megaman's going to be trying to go for this wall. The shotgun, the prone shotgun from Olvin, though, hitting the deck. Is the X-Kairos go down? And Heckle on the flank up top is going to find Zufia. But Megaman not out of it yet. It's a 1-2, a double kill. Seconds left on the clock, though, and it's the prone mute shotgun again to win Colorado Buffalo, their own map. And it's just incredibly close. A 7-7 scoreline up until the last round. In terms of opening picks, 7 opening picks for Wasted Potential, 7 opening picks for Colorado Buffaloes. These two teams are so evenly matched, but props to Colorado Buffaloes for just squeezing that last little round out there.
Man, if we look at the scoreboard, 17-10-10 on the side of Colorado, 13-13 and 9-9 on the side of Wasted Potential. Not the most top-heavy game, except for the side of Colorado. I mean, 17-10, that's obviously huge. Wasted Potential is, I'd say it's pretty even. You know, it's not super top-heavy there. We are going to see a 5-minute break asked by one of the teams. So I imagine we are going to take a break ourselves. Don't go anywhere, as we are going to go back onto our second map. That's going to be Cafe. That was Wasted Potential's pick, so hopefully Wasted Potential can bring it back. And if they can, force us to a third map, Coastline. But we got to get through Cafe. We're going to see Colorado defend first. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. So please don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to our CEA Round of 8 Summer League quarterfinals game between Colorado and Wasted Potential. If you're joining us right now, we just finished map 1, going the entirety of the normal 12 rounds and the entirety of overtime, all 15 rounds, ending up 8-7 in favor of Colorado to take their own map. That was on Villa. We're going to go on to Cafe now, which is Wasted Potential's map. We're going to see, I believe it is Colorado Colorado defend first. So Wasted Potential are going to attack first here on their own map onto Cafe. And with the way Villa turned out, there's a huge possibility that Cafe might also go the distance. And again, both teams were back and forth. Each half was a 3-3 on OT. I think only the defensive sides won. So it's so hard to call it. I mean, with Cafe, I don't know. I mean, it all just comes down to how each team plays. I think what I can say is what I noticed on Wasted Potential was just the flank watch wasn't the best because Blonde on Colorado was able to get some crazy flanks off. We saw one, he flanked all the way from Master, getting a triple kill in the bathroom. So if Wasted Potential can cut that off, they'll do very well for Colorado. I mean, they won the map. They barely squeezed out that victory, so there's not much to say for them. To be honest, but again, with Cafe, there's so much that could happen here for it to go to another OT. So we're going to see what Colorado decide to ban first on the attacking side.
I'm hoping for the 45 round match. Come on, let's do it. Go every single map, all 15 rounds. Oh,
I wonder if anyone's casted that yet in CEA.
Oh, that's me and you, buddy. We got it.
No,
We're going the distance, baby. Let's do it. I'm hoping.
Man,
just don't let anyone know that it's in the script. Coming right out the gate, Colorado Buffalo again banning that Monty. They banned Monty last time on Villa. Getting him off the board, you know, it probably just comes down to the fact that Colorado Buffalo either doesn't like playing against him or just finds it a bit difficult to. But Wasted Potential in response is going to be taking the Jackal off the board. Interestingly enough, Jackal wasn't banned on Villa, which is kind of one of the maps you'd expect to see him banned on, considering roaming is such a heavy strat for Villa. Cafe roaming is still definitely pertinent, but not quite as much, as Villa just has so much basement to go through. But Cafe, a little bit more vertical, not quite as wide. And of course, Wasted Potential finishing their bans out with the Cade. Kind of an interesting ban to see. I don't think I've seen Cade banned yet, actually.
I think it's because, at least I can imagine, on the second floor and bottom floor sites, there are probably some interesting places you could place the electro claws. I can imagine on kitchen, on the freezer wall, maybe the wall in bakery. You could hide it in a corner and make sure that no one from above can get it. Also, because if you're going to go beneath on the third floor sites, you're probably going to be contested by any roamers on the second floor, and having to get the electric claw and freezer, probably running down the clock, it's going to be really hard to try and find that tiny little electro claw. So they probably, Wasted Potential just don't want to deal with that. As we see Colorado go for their final ban, and that's going to be on the Mira. Mira, that's totally acceptable, makes sense. She's super powerful, defending the third floor onto cocktail walls, and again, even downstairs into bakery. Putting a mirror window there could do you wonders as well.
Yeah, and Colorado Buffalo just not liking Monty Mira. I'd place money that that's what they're going to ban on Coastline if we do get to see it. But regardless, we're going to be going all the way up top to Bar and Cocktail. That's where Colorado Buffaloes is taking us on their first defense here. Rocking the Legion Bandit, Jaeger Doc, and of course the Valkyrie once again. This time not quite the response to the attackers failing to bring an IQ, because obviously Shanoa is on the IQ. They showed it. She's obviously being brought. But regardless, Valkyrie's blast can still be really useful, either thrown outside or thrown in a sneaky position in the map, because IQ is only one person. She can only go so far, and there's a lot of outside surface area for the Black Eyes to be thrown onto. But regardless, it doesn't look like Colorado's too thrown off by the Cade ban. If they did want to bring Cade for this site, they're bringing the Bandit. with his bandit batteries in his pocket. Going to be able to electrify that freezer to try to deny a little bit of the push. But of course, Thatcher wasn't banned this map. So Isla on the Thatcher is going to have 3 EMPs
5 seconds
in
to
his
go.
pocket to use whenever he so chooses to, and can get rid of quite
Attackers
a
must
bit
locate
of the
and
defensive
defuse
gadgetry here. But Cafe, in terms of Cafe setups, this is a pretty standard Cafe setup. There isn't really all too much variation to it, unless you have the Mira, but
Defender
that's a
exposed.
variation right there. Blonde runs out the front, gets back on his cam, so he has a cam out there, and finds the opening pick onto Luna. What a pace setter
Bomb
for this
located
map.
by attackers.
I swear to you, Blanche is getting opening picks pretty easily there, and it's going to continue the roam all the way in second floor into mining. So with Luna already down, again, it's probably going to slow down the side of waste potential. Not going to be able to use Ash's charges to get rid of any utility on the long range. Any ADSs from Heckle are probably going to stay, because the only thing you're going to throw are the EMPs on the side of Thatcher, and I don't think you're going to throw them down hall. So I mean, that's just already a good pick. C4 down for Blonde. When was that C4 used, actually? Was that... Wait, that wasn't on the pick, was it? It was a headshot, right?
Yeah, no, that was Luna peeking, or Blonde peeking, and takes Luna off the board. I don't know where the C4 went.
Well, we see Tiger getting a pick onto Alexis there, so now down to an even man count. And we're going to go and hear the X-Kairos charges from Megumin. It's going to be used on the piano wall, I believe. Piano wall connecting top red. Tiger going to be peeking down Skylight, trying to find any and all angles onto the defenders there. As we got to see Wasted Potential take control of piano. They're going to run out of time. It's already a minute 26 left on the board. You see Shinoa going on cocktail. Windows here onto Heaven, I believe that's called. Trying to find another pick and create more pressure. Blonde gets a headshot on the Megumin down by the new drop. So approaching very, very dangerously. Shinoa gets the angle across. Heckle gets a kill on the Isla, and another headshot on the Taiga. Shinoa all alone on the cocktail windows, I believe, as Arctic probably with a jump out on the headshot there. That was a pretty quick round from Colorado.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Wasted Potential. If the rest of the rounds go like that first round just went, Colorado just coming out right off the bat, super aggressive. Blonde with the spawn peak, just setting the entire pace for that round. They kind of had the attack on the defensive, which is, definitely backwards, but it worked out for him. And then as soon as Blonde got dropped, Heckle stepped up. He said, okay, Blonde's not going to frag anymore. Let me do it. I'll get 2 picks just to match his 2 picks. And Arctic cleaning that last one up, showing, everyone's here, everyone's playing. Wasted Potential just kind of slipping on that round. They're just going to have to kind of figure out what Colorado Bffls did so well. Just they played that too aggressively for what Wasted Potential was ready for. So now it just comes down to how do they counter that. They can't run Monty. Monty's probably the best counter to aggressiveness because you can't do anything. He's a big shield, but he's banned. Almost like Colorado Buffalo was, playing the game. They're looking forward, planning ahead. Who would have guessed?
Well, I mean, there's still so many more rounds to go through. I think Wasted Potential might just need to warm up to the map. I mean, they had a huge warm up, 15 rounds in Villa against different map entirely. So, I was going to mention early on in the Villa map, that's kind of what I saw Colorado did when they went 1-1 and then down 2-1. I was going to say they needed to probably warm up, and they did. They got 2-3 and then 3-3 on the half. So Wasted Potential might do the same thing here. They just need to warm up the Cafe, and we might see the back and forth blows that the teams have gone through the past map. Colorado defending the bottom floor site now. It is going to be up to Wasted Potential to clear the third and second floor. And like you said, with the aggression that Colorado have been bringing, it might be difficult. I mean, they don't have any anti-roam or any operators to hunt the roamers. They do have anti-roam option, the Nomad and the Claymore of Luna and Shinoa, as we see Blonde going for another peek. Not sure if it's going to be a jump out or just broken window to slow down Wasted Potential. So we do see Taiga's going to ping it out, and those the window's open. Keep the crosshairs on it, and even put an air jab on it. So they're definitely super scared of Blonde jumping out on them. I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to push Bakery, you always got to watch for a jump out above.
Yeah, they're just making sure that Blonde can't do anything, at least in terms of vaulting out that window. He can still peek it, and there are still 2 windows above that, which he can vault through. He will be taking a little bit of damage if he does decide to. You heard him prep the piano stage window there. just getting ready to either peek that or jump out that window later in the round. So it looks like Wasted Potential is fully stocking up for this bakery take. Definitely a good call. I don't believe Colorado has any vertical presence in the term of or in the way of opening the floors above site. They do though have the bandit on bakery wall that's going to be tricking that wall. So it's going to be kind of tough for Hibana to get that open. She does have a Thatcher to back her up, but tricking against a Hibana is fairly easy here. As bandit, yeah, is not going to trick the white wall, or the correct wall rather, and it's going to back off of that. So great job opening that wall by Hibana. Very clean. It's going to get that up.
Oh no.
No, there's a little. I eat my words. Never mind. There's a little sliver in between the wall, meaning that the attackers are gonna have to prone through that breach if they want to push site. The cross angle set up by Bandit and Legion here onto that wall is not looking very good. So it looks like the impact's coming out from above from Blonde, just trying to help his defenders on site. But Luna sniffing him out is gonna be slowly pushing him. Does Blonde here? No, he doesn't, as Luna finds the opening pick onto Blunt. Heckle very quick in response, though, is going to find one onto Shinoa. That's the Thatcher gone, but he already got Bakery wall open. He's pretty much done his job, and well, he dropped as well as Isla's going to drop to Arctic, who's just peeking breach, looking for another pick onto the Hibana, who's outside Bakery door. It's not really a pick you want to be taking. He hasn't done any damage. She's got the cog. But it's going to be Taiga who finds Arctic, sits him down, and Taiga looking for another one, gets shot at from Coat Rack, but doesn't get hit, luckily. And 20 seconds on the clock. When did this happen? 3v3. Wasted Potential is going to have to try to do something. This Taiga is going to be proning through the breach here.
Left.
They do have presence up top. They don't have to worry about vertical holes. They do have to worry about Legion pushing. Not anymore. Taiga puts him down with a clean headshot. And Luna coming out from the back finds Heckle. It's not on just to Alexis here. Dog who's in Freezer to face this 1v3. Diffuser going down. A lot of goos being triggered though. A pretty good chance, but no, Taiga. Nice headshot through the little chassis of the bomb there. And yeah, Wasted Potential answering back to that white strong round taken from Colorado Buffalo with a round of their own.
Pretty surprising how Wasted Potential got that round. Like you said, 20 seconds. When did that happen? The time just slipped away from Wasted Potential, but regardless, Taiga just proning in through the unfortunately made Hibana hold there. Catching Legion off guard, I guess. Legion did peek. I don't think Legion expected someone to be right in front of him. I guess just expected someone to be on the hole, peeking through. So good pick there from Taiga and a good pick on the final kill on Doc to get the round for them. It looks pretty good for Wasted Potential again. I think Blonde did hear someone creep up, or at least was peeking back and forth, because to the outline it looked like Blonde was peeking through mining, but just wasn't peeking the right side, as we did see Luna get the kill there. So unfortunate timing there from Blonde, and with Luna getting the kill there, I would say pretty easily solidifying the round there. As again, it's 1-1 now, and we're going to see Colorado go back kitchen, service, and cooking. They're going to go ahead and redeem themselves on that site. Because again, that was close. That was really close. It's totally possible for them to get that round. As we're going to see Blonde instead go for a Maestro instead of a Vigil. Probably going to want more intel on the site, just so that, when someone gets picked off, they can just watch the cams and not have to guess if someone's on site or not. Okay, you see where Blonde's putting that Maestro cam? Can we zoom in on that? This is a tip for all of you, all right? Zoom in on that. The north wall. Turn the camera to the left. North wall. Yeah. Zoom in right there. To the right a little bit.
In kitchen.
To the right in kitchen. Yeah.
Right
That
there.
little
Right there.
table right there. The little table there with the cardboard boxes.
Oh,
You can get up on that, and then you can get up on the cardboard box. You see where that fan is? You can put the Maestro cam tucked in that corner, all right? You see where Blonde put it? Trash. Garbage. Don't put it there.
Oh gosh.
Put it in the upper left. It
I
is
don't-
tucked so well, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't know if you
covers
guys can
so
tell.
much.
Epic is a Maestro main. He's always on the Maestro, so if you ever want good Evil Eye spots, hit this man up. He's got some crazy Evil Eye spots, as you've seen. But yeah, they're probably just going for the quicker setup. Blonde on the Maestro. I don't think we've seen him play Maestro tonight. Usually teams got it. But the roam game not quite working out for him last time. It makes sense. He's just going to try to
Bomb
sit on
located by
site.
attackers.
But Wasted Potential is looking like they're going for the same thing. Luna pushing up top, Solo just trying to clear that roam out, which isn't even in existence this round for Defenders on the first floor. There's one missing. There should be 5. I know that. Where's the last boy? It's probably Heckle on the roam somewhere.
Gotta be 3rd floor.
Is he 3rd floor? Heckle. It's
Yeah, Heckle.
yeah. There he is. He's all the way up in heaven. He's gonna be
That's
playing. Yeah, he drops pillars. He's just looking around. Drones coming out. Luna. I believe that was Luna droning themselves in there, just trying to get some sort of up top presence. But they really shouldn't have to worry about it. It's now just Heckle upstairs. They don't have any explosives to make any vertical pressure, so they really could focus just on the bakery. But they're gonna take it to try to get some vertical pressure regardless, and not working out for him quite yet as Heckle finds the head of Luna sitting her down right away, leaving it just to Taiga. One of the air jabs already being down, doesn't have 2 to use however Taiga wants to, but it's not going to matter. Heckle's already rotated back to site. He knows, I got the 1. I'm just going to go play site now. They're down a person. It's really, that's all you need. Just push back to site and pretty much have this round in the bag.
Yeah, Heckle messing with the attackers on the backside as he gets a kill on Shino. Megumin back with catch onto Alexis. Tries to peek the hole made, but gets taken up by Taiga. 3v3 right now. Health advantage for Colorado, but it's not that, noteworthy as it's just a couple points off Megumin and Isla. Mute Jammer on the wall is not going to allow Megumin to reach the wall onto Kitchen there. Arctic's going to go ahead and move because of these shots being put above by Taiga. Hopefully that got the Mute Jammer as it did. And we're going to see Arctic try and go for Bandit Drift. Couldn't get it in time. Does take a little bit of damage, I think. And still sticking around above the hole. So that's pretty dangerous. But Arctic's comfortable playing there. Taiga hitting it from the back over there as Isla's hitting it from prep. So all the attackers are spread out, but if one gets taken out, then it's not going to be easily traded. As I say that, Megumin gets a headshot on Ulvin, all down to the Maisho and Arctic. Arctic gets down as he was stuck while there. Megumin with a triple kill so far. Can he go for the quad? No, he's got to go for the plant as he's got 7 seconds left and so hurt. Pink's coming out and knows because he's hurt. Juan can go for the kill there. Juan goes left and right, gets the down on the island, gets the kill. Punch up on the right, that's Taiga, and cannot finish it as Taiga peeks around. The moment Blonde stops shooting, securing the round for Wasted Potential. 2-1 now.
That was such a well-coordinated push from Wasted Potential. They were so spread out, but they all pushed at almost the exact same time that it didn't matter. When Megumin on the Havana there was being fragged by the bandit in the corner of site there, I believe that was Isla on the Ash pushed up through prep and was actually there to cover his teammate, even though he wasn't next to him. It was just a beautiful coordinated push, and that's why Wasted Potential was able to get that diffuser down, and that was just so well coordinated. Props to them for being able to bring that back after Heckle got that opening pick and then rotated back to site. That's such a hard thing to do, being down an entire person, but also just the utility that they bring. If you can kill anyone nowadays in Siege, and almost everyone's utility has some sort of important use. So it's just those opening picks are just so huge. Props to Wasted Potential for being the opening pick, but bringing it back.
Yeah, we're gonna see Colorado go back 2nd floor now. We're gonna see almost a similar setup, except this time we're gonna see a Mute and a Pulse this time on Blonde. Blonde again being the roamer for Colorado the whole time. It's going to play underneath, more than likely underneath in Liberian Pillar area to deny a plant. Not sure where he's going to play for the start of the round. It's all going to be up to Wasted Potential to find Blonde and eliminate him, because if they leave the pulse up and go for a plant, in any of the default spots by the long bar there, it's going to be super hectic if Blonde does get the C4 kill. He's going to go for a peek again. Yeah, Blonde's always going for his peeks, man. Peek out of the bakery doorway. Let's see if Wasted Potential can spot this out. I hope they can, because if Blonde gets another pick, I don't know, man. I mean, again, Blonde did get a pick early on, I think it was Heckle got a pick early on. And we do see Blonde getting the down on Shinoa, not a finish, though, so that's much better than you could have hoped for, I guess.
That's
if you're Wasted Potential.
Too. If Thatcher got dropped that early in the round, that probably would have been game over for Wasted Potential. Well, there isn't really much denial from Colorado Bffls. They do have the Mute, so having that Thatcher up still would be huge. But regardless, Thatcher's going to be picked back up, and his utility will still be accessible to the attack. Blonde almost finding the frag, but now he's just going to play and train with his cardiac sensor. He's going to be feeding his team just ample amounts of info.
So what Blonde's gonna do here is he's gonna play in train and mining, and then go for a pick onto someone in piano using the C4. Can't get a pick on piano. That's no worries. He's gonna fall back into a library, try and call out for his teammates if they're going for plant, maybe flank up red if possible, or play under pillars to use the UMP to shoot through the floor. And again, I hope Wasted Potential can drone Blonde out and pinch him, because if not, again, it's going to be super dangerous when they go for their plan, their execution. Blonde's going to play white, and he's going to go for a jump out on white stairs using the cardiac sensor. But I believe that, yeah, that's Taiga right above the window. So if Blonde did go for a jump out, I don't think Blonde would have expected someone to be right above it, as Taiga breaks the window now, giving away his position.
He's just setting that up just in case he needs to do a little run out later. He's still using that cardiac sensor, but it's going to be Ulven who gets the opening pick here onto Luna. That's Sophia off the board, and a really great fragger from Wasted Potential gone already. It's really not something you want to see. Yeah, entry fraggers sometimes get fragged out, but Luna has been just so impactful for Wasted Potential. Luna being taken off so early. But Arctic being misdroned, must have been misdroned. Arctic walks by him, and Megumin almost does as well, but turns on Arctic before he can claim Megumin as well. But of course, Blonde's still on the second floor with that cardiac sensor. He sees a little bit of Havana. She runs around, and she's going to say, yeah, I'm not pushing this anymore. I'm going back up top, which could lead to their demise, considering he's a post below. He can see you through walls, through anything. Doesn't matter if you reinforce him, doesn't matter what you do. He can see you. Smoke's coming out from Skylight here. Tracks go out as well. Is the attack trying to push the Wizard? But Alexis is going to be finding Megumin, finishing that little HP. Blonde finds Isla. It's down, not on just to Taiga, who tackle Bffls with a nice headshot.
Yeah, that came down in the last couple of seconds, and it was just never going to work out for Wasted Potential. Again, you had the pulse underneath. I don't actually know if you still had the C4, but regardless, it's a pulse underneath. What are you going to do? We saw Taiga go for the smokes onto the Skylight, but couldn't get back to the team fast enough to support them. It all came down to just the roam underneath, and I don't know how well Wasted Potential drowned that out, as we unfortunately see Isla disconnect. I'm going to see a rehost called out by Wasted Potential, giving me more time to talk about that round. I don't know if Wasted Potential droned that out entirely. I don't know if the mute had mute jammers all on the second floor to deny the drones from Wasted Potential, but after I think it was Ulven got the kill into the Thatcher and almost killed the Hibana, with Hibana needing to run back upstairs with like 35 seconds left. That was it. I don't know why they were going down there with like 40 seconds left on the round. I think at that point you kind of just had to cut your losses and
Just
trade someone out with the pulse.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It just seemed way too late to two-man push downstairs too. But there are still two downstairs regardless. I don't know. I don't know if the Gridlock had even thought about putting track stingers on red stairs, because come to think of it, we did see again Taiga all up around the roof. I don't know if track stingers were placed from the hatch, but I don't know. I don't think you can be doing that with like 40 seconds left. It's just not. That's not good time management.
Yeah, it's just bad time management coming out from Wasted Potential. And to give him the benefit of the doubt, Cafe is a map where time management is probably the attacker's biggest obstacle. Just making sure that you leave enough time to, well, if they're kitchen, let's say, you leave enough time to either do a full top-down take, which takes a lot of time. It takes 45 seconds to rappel up onto the roof. Then you got to have people drone it. You got to have, people push on the drones just to take top floor. And then you need to take second. And by the time you have full second floor control, you're down to like a minute and a half is like a super quick clear. And now you have to start breaching, and then you even have to push down red, get that wall open. There's so many things to do on Cafe. Time is the biggest thing attack has to deal with, and Wasted Potential just isn't quite dealing with it very well. And that kind of comes back to Blonde's aggressiveness, always spawn peeking, right? Always keeping the attackers on their toes. As soon as they start running to the building, he downs the Thatcher, right? You can never be too careful. And Wasted Potential isn't really even being the most careful, as they just basically completely run by Ulven on that last round, but give them the benefit of the doubt. There could have been mute jammers around, but regardless, we're going to 2-2 on Cafe, mirroring very closely what happened on Villa, just neck and neck. I'm still banking on the 45 round game. I
Yeah.
still am.
It's possible. Again, they're back and forth 2-2 now. We are actually, I think there's a sub being pulled in
Yeah,
here.
we got another simp.
We see Aqua being pulled in here. It's going to be swapped out for
For
Isla.
Isla, yeah.
So, and this might make a difference here. I'm not entirely sure. We did see Isla DC'd mid round, right? So I guess they just decided to not wait for Isla and pull in their
Yep.
sub. We're gonna wait for both teams to give us the go ahead for being ready, and hopefully we can get into it as soon as possible. But yeah, 2-2 now. Hopefully, Wasted Potential can get their roam clear on point, because that's really all that's just demolishing them. It's Blonde and Ulven roaming around and just getting some early picks. Blonde doing so much to pull the attention away from Wasted Potential and run the clock down.
Yeah, I mean, it's Colorado Buffalo again came out that first round almost like looking like they had rehearsed this map 7 days a week, you know, like, but then Wasted Potential taking the next 2 rounds off of them, looking really confident with their kitchen take. And then Buffalo going back up top. So it's even. Buffalo has won both cocktail sites and lost kitchen twice. So it's just Colorado not being able to defend kitchen against Wasted Potential, whatever they're doing with their split take, you know, pressuring Bakery as well as taking up top, doing a little bit of a split push. It's just Colorado can't really keep up with that. But they did just win up top again. So instead of going to kitchen, which they lost twice, they're going to be trying out reading Fireplace instead, which I would say is a good call.
Yeah, we're going to see Reading Fireplace, and I really do want to see how Colorado defend this, because I feel like Reading Fireplace, I mean, I don't know if anyone keeps up with like a lot of the meta changes and all that stuff, but it's possible that Reading Fireplace could be a much stronger site than bottom floor and maybe even third floor, because you force the attackers to clear out third floor, and unlike third floor, once they clear it out, that's the round, they also have to go back down to second floor to get a plan off. So there's so much more time management that needs to be done, and Wasted Potential again haven't been doing the best on that. So hopefully they can on this site. I still feel like a lot of people don't know how to perfectly defend this site. We're gonna see Heckle. I was gonna say, why is Heckle reinforcing that wall over there in the library hall? You normally shotgun out the bottom. Realizing the mistake there, I guess, dropping the reinforcement.
Not completing the reinforcement this time like they probably did on Var and Villa, but we won't talk about that.
We're going to hopefully see Arctic shotgun out peep holes there, and maybe even a pretty long horizontal shotgun hole onto the wall. The east wall right there in dining, it could be possible. We do see Arctic going shotgun holes. It's just to make the attackers just fend them off from even planting dining. I don't think, for the most part, anyone plants dining when attacking this site. It's so risky. For the most part, people go in behind the bookshelf in the library. So we're going to see Heckle going for a spawn peek again. Or sorry, not again. It's going to be Blonde. But we're going to see Colorado going for a spawn peek again. And they're not going to get anything out of it.
Lighting Thatcher up again, though. Not quite downing him this time.
I did not see that.
Half HP. Oh my gosh. Wasted Potential just cannot get to the building without being just tickled by someone from somewhere. Tickled or outright killed. I don't know, these early peaks, Colorado's gotten away with no problem, right? Even if they get a little bit of damage, they've been bringing the dock. They can just get healed up and, you know, boom, they're back in the fight. Meanwhile, Wasted Potential is going into these rounds at a disadvantage almost, I'm even going to say every round, not even almost every round. They've gone in at a disadvantage every round because of these spawn peaks. And Colorado just isn't being punished for it.
I mean, at this point, it just seems like Colorado has it down to just get into Wasted Potential's head. And again, waste the clock and run the time down as Ulven is just toying with the drone there. He's going to go ahead and peek up White. Going to peek up and down using the crouch as Heckle's going to play inside of Freezer. Interesting that they reinforce the walls into Freezer and Bastion. Normally, you'd see the walls in Freezer by planks over there reinforcing the entirety of Cocktail Wall, but they're playing a much more forward defense. They're really trying to get all these attackers into the piano just for that reason, to try and go for a C4, but it doesn't work out. And Luna, wasted potential, finally getting an opening pick here. They get the kill onto Alexis. That's the knock down. So that's your healing gone. And an ACOG down. As we're going to see Aqua push down White Hallway. No one's on there right now, at least not the upper part of it. It's always underneath it. Chinoa, again, a lot of HP gone. Taiga and Aqua take some damage there. Mind as Mega Man gets down and taken out by Heckle. That was underneath all the way by Pillar Stairs, I believe. No, Heckle got the kill on Hibana on the new drop. And that's diffuser down as well. So that's got to be recovered by wasted potential. 42 seconds left. Luna's taking their time, getting the diffuser and peeking around. Aqua is making some vertical pressure above, so Arctic has to be careful. Gonna peek it with a shotgun too, so anyone could get downed and taken out. As I say that, Chinoa gets taken out by the doorway. And someone's peeking through Pillar, gets a double, and Blonde getting a triple. Oh my goodness, he's always getting these triple flanks. It's all down to Taiga, who's about 55 HP and mining. They know it. Blonde's gonna peek and he gets the 4K. Another 4K for Blonde, 2 in the series, and another triple kill flank. They cannot stop this man.
It's always, whenever Blonde's on the flank, he either like gets spotted and backs off, or he just comes out absolutely huge with these flank frags. That's the third 3-piece we've seen him get on the flank tonight, right?
I think so, yeah.
I want to say 3.
Just give him the MVP at this point. I don't. If Colorado win at 2-0 here, Blonde's got to be MVP. Period. Like, he just cannot be stopped with these flanks. It's just. And my issue is, like, where did he come from? He dropped down from.
He was like underneath New Hatch, but in like pillars. He was either under there the whole time, or I don't know. That's just nutty. It makes sense. You usually don't drone that deep into pillars. You don't drone that corner. People probably really should. I gotta get in the habit of doing it. It's just one of those small corners that you think, yeah, there's totally no one hiding there, right? Like, why would you? You're so exposed. Yeah, you can get a pick, but you're most likely gonna get refragged. Not Blonde. Blonde's gonna get 3 off of it every single time. But Colorado going back to Kitchen Service, a site which they have not won yet. They ran it twice already, lost both times. So, wasted potential looking pretty good to tie their first half up here.
Yeah, and if they tie going into the half on the defensive side, I'd say it's in their favor. As much as I've been saying how wasted potential cannot, do their time management well on attack. Again, it's looking pretty good for them to go even in the half here, and if they go even on Cafe, they go on the defensive side, they'd have the advantage. One wall not being reinforced in prep, we see Blonde gonna go for that real quick. Blonde finally not going for a spawn peek. Let's go! Wasted potential.
He's too busy reinforcing.
Yeah. We're gonna see the entirety of Colorado's defense on the bottom floor right now, unless Heckle decides to go up Pillar Stairs, which it looks like he's going to do that, or up White. Yeah, gonna go up White Stairs. So, late roam, I would say, from Heckle. It's possible that wasted potential have started droning upstairs, but it doesn't even look like they're going to drone upstairs, as Luna's going to go ahead and peek into mining window and try to find someone with a couple taps under the soft wall there. Gonna enter. I have to imagine Luna's getting droned, but Aqua's already there behind. Floor above, creating pressure on the defenders in the site beneath.
Yeah, being able to create that vertical pressure before a minute has passed around is kind of crazy to do on Cafe. The drone coming out very early from Megumin, very early, definitely enabled them to get in so quick, but maybe a bit too quick as Blonde finds Luna, who I'm assuming was trying to watch for the flank, but just didn't quite find Blonde quick enough. And unfortunately, Aquasimp also has to deal with Heckle out there. He's in a 1v2 practically right now. He has opened up some vertical holes. There is a little bit of pressure, but right now he's being pressured more with people on his floor. And yeah, he doesn't even hear Heckle come up behind him. And it's now a 3v5 in favor of Colorado. This might be their round to win. Kitchen out as Alexis rubs it in even more. Finds Taiga, takes him off the board. And Blonde just backs down just to get a little bit of heals.
I don't know what waste potential they're doing. They're just not droning fully. They're just not clearing. They're not having flank drones. Like the Nomad should be hopefully setting up for air jabs, as we don't even see Megumin. We're not even getting the headshot on the Ulven. a minute left. You got 5 to take out. One jumps out. We see Jaeger jumping out and does get the kill. Flawless time.
360 at the end.
4-2 for Colorado there. I don't know. That wasn't the best attacking path for wasted potential there. Hopefully they can bring it back on their defensive side though.
Yeah, wasted potential really kind of being a little disappointing. They won their first 2 kitchen attacks, but even they were kind of a little sloppy, not quite as tightly packed as we've seen them attack in the past map on Villa. But regardless, Cafe does tend to be more of a defender-sided map, so 4-2 on the switch is not a crazy scoreline, but Blonde already kind of leaping ahead of his team in terms of frags. Someone from Wasted Potential is gonna have to step it up a little bit if they want to try to put some sort of rounds on the board, try to catch up to Colorado Bffls now, because they're down 2. So yeah, 2-4 isn't bad, but you're still down. You still got to play catch up. But they're going to be starting Bar Cocktail regardless, bringing the Wamai, which we haven't seen Colorado Bffls bring quite yet. So I'm kind of interested to see how Wasted Potential is going to utilize the Wamai. They do have the Jaeger as well, so a lot of utility denial here.
2 shields coming out too, so they're going to be obviously playing the Wamai in the pixel spot by the bathroom door, and I'm not sure where the second shield's going to go. That might be an aggressive shield on the double, no, maybe not the double door where Chino is right now, because I can get taken out pretty easily.
Probably Cocktail double door would be my guess.
But it's possible they could get naded or taken out from above. You have the 2 explosives on Zofia and Ash, so it's possible. But again, I imagine they're going to play the shield right there. That's always the problem spot. It's going to be so hard to get Wamai out of there, and even if you get Wamai out of there, you have to burn so much for it. You do have 9 flashbangs on the side of Colorado, and you do have the 4 impacts